Hi, I'm Mistvein, and today we are going to teach you how to buff up as much as possible by making our own muscle suit. Welcome to the show! There are multiple ways to get extremely buff. I mean, just look at some amazing cosplayers that spend hours a day exercising to get the body they desire. And it can often take years until that they get their results. Now, I guess we'll better start exercising then. We don't have years to do this video? Well, in that case, there is another technique to build up muscle in a matter of no time, by making our own muscle suit. So a muscle suit is basically a suit that will give you the form of a superhero. Adding mass, you can either become really muscular or extremely fat, depending on the project that you're working on. And for that muscle suit, we are going to use Upholstery foam, which you can just get at Cosplayshop. The process of making muscles out of upholstery foam is actually fairly simple. Get your piece of foam and cut out the general shape of the muscle that you want. Up next, you just take a pair of scissors and start cutting away the material. After cutting, we can use a multi-tool to sand down all the small edges on our muscle. You can glue it in two different ways. You can glue it upside down or the right way up. In one shape you will get the authentic shape of the upholstery foam, and in the other shape you will just get the worked piece that you've done before. Upon looking on the total result, we decided that the right one is probably the best way to do all different kinds of muscles, but once we're gonna stack stuff, we're gonna try the left one. Now, these techniques both work, but if you don't have a belt sander or a sanding bit, you can always use the first technique, because it just involves cutting. The other technique just involves a bit of fine-tuning. Of course, we can't just stick this on top of our own skin, because that would be the easy way, right? Instead, we're gonna make a whole body suit where we can just glue these parts on top of it. So I went to the store and got myself a whole bunch of fabric that is perfect to use for our bodysuit. For the pattern, we're going to use Yaya Han's Ultimate Bodysuit series that are both available for both masculine and feminine body types. They're fairly easy to follow, but we're going to make small adjustments to it as well. So let's do that. I made a muscle suit before, and it was quite dangerous to wear that suit, because it's not recommended to wear a muscle suit for that long. So instead, I had the very clever idea of implementing cool elements into my muscle suit. Speaking of cool elements, we received a package from our sponsors, Ezcooldown. They ship just as fast as Cosplayshop. Let's see what is in the box. The most important parts of the package are these PMC packs, these phase change material. You put them in the fridge or freezer for 30 minutes to an hour and they will freeze solid. They will stay solid for very long. The blue ones can stay solid for 2 hours and emit 15 degrees, while the yellow ones can stay solid for 6 hours and emit 20 degrees. They tell you it takes 6 hours, but I put these in the fridge a week ago and you still see ice crystals that give a cooling effect. It also came with this handy cool vest. You can just wear it like this and you stay cool for the rest of the day, and it involves no sewing at all. So thank you very much, Ezcooldown. You really helped us out. Now let's go back to the video. Making a bodysuit is actually fairly easy, but the only thing you need is stretchy fabric, such as this stretchy cotton, which is a 4-way stretch and that is perfect for our bodysuit. But of course, if we're gonna implement our cool packs, it will sag down. So we're gonna use a couple of other materials. A polyamide fabric, it stretches this way, but it doesn't in the other, which can give us more control over our cool packs. I'm also going to use a PVC fabric. This fabric will mostly make sure that all the cold will stay in. You can just buy a normal bodysuit and wear the cool packs on top, but I wanted to make a suit especially that is functional, so that you can both wear it with the vest and both make it yourself. It's your choice, really. So you see two layers stitched on top of one another with some piping for decoration and some Velcro that hides a little bag on the inside. In this little bag we will put our cool pack. If you look on the inside, we see our little pack here. On one side you see the mesh, which is close to the body, and on the other side you see the PVC that isolates the pack, so all the cold is directed to our body. We're gonna do the same with 4 times, because we need 4 different packs across our body. And it would look something like this. I know it's a big step, but you just have to combine both these elements together. So in this suit it's actually fairly simple where the bags are. There is one at the chest, one at the abs, and of course here in the back. I can't touch it. Glenn, help me! Open the bag, Glenn! Yes. Now that we got our undersuit, we can start drawing on the muscles. I'm going to use a heat gun to blow away all the dust particles that have formed on the inside. Now be aware, if you do this, you might be able to burn away some of the cells on the inside of the foam. Once you get these burn marks, it will be very difficult to clean them up again. Okay, I think that's the last piece that we had to do for our muscle suit. Now the next step is fairly simple. We just get our contact cement, apply it to our muscles and our suit, and just stick it on there. I've done the torso for now, and the rest is basically the same. It's the same procedure of puzzling everything together. Contact cement is an adhesive that doesn't stretch, so make sure that you still have some parts over with the stretchy fabric that will ensure your movement while you're moving around in the muscle suit. Because these muscles are the parts of your body that will almost not move unless there is enough space in between the muscles. So make sure that you calculate that into puzzling it back together. So the reason why I'm already wearing the suit is because I want to place my butt cheeks in the right position. But because it's on the back and it's quite an important part, I'm gonna ask Glenn to mark down my buttocks and see wherever they are. And then he can glue down my butt. Now start. Why are we still here? Okay, so the original plan was to put them in the fridge and just let them become solid. But I put these packs in my garage and they already turned solid. But you can, yeah, you can just knock on them. They're basically they're ice. Put them in the fridge, we'll see in an hour if they are at the same temperature. Oh yeah, and make sure that these are not stacked on top of one another. We'll come back for them in an hour. Don't get deceived by the short length of the video, because this suit took me a couple of days. All the individual pieces of the muscle suit were done separately and they were sanded. And if you don't have a belt sander, it's gonna take you quite a long time. but in the end, it's really worth it. I'm going to use this muscle suit for my Devil Jin project from Tekken, or I'm gonna use it for Dio. Now this costume was made possible by both Cosplayshop and our sponsor Ezcooldown. I've provided a list down in the description so you can take a look over there, and if you have any other questions or if certain things aren't unclear, feel free to leave a comment so we can help you out whenever we're free. I thank you very much and I'll see you in the next video. And maybe it's with the muscle suit as well. Who knows? Let us know in the comments. What do you want to see the next time?